Good morning, everybody. Today is a little bit of a self-care day for me. I'm on my way to get my hair colored. My grays are coming in right now. So I have an appointment with my girlfriend, Kim. And then after that, I'm gonna see if I can get my nails done. For today's haul, I wanted to share with you non-invasive skincare products that I have been using and really loving. I did Botox once, well, actually twice, because the first time I was so upset with the results and then they tried to fix it. And I've never been back. It's been about 4 years. I went because I wanted to pull up right here because I have like severely hooded eyes. And, you know, if I end up doing anything cosmetic in my life, it's going to be to have some of this skin removed because it really sometimes, like, I feel like gets in the way of me even seeing or just feeling alive and well. So I've been on this mission to find non-invasive treatments, and I think I've found some really great products. Let's go take care of these grays. Hey, Archie. Hi, honey. How are you?
I'm good.
Hi, Papa. Hi, baby. How are you?
Which stinks.
All right, there's my roots before.
Dun, 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 dun. No, but it looks good though. It doesn't look bad at all.
No, it really doesn't.
Shiny. It's good.
Kim has a Santa collection, so I got her one of like the 1950s. Kind of a little scary if I'm being honest, but
They all are.
right?
That's all my Santa stuff.
Don't you love these? I love these backgrounds. Oh, those are beautiful.
And
up
here's
there, the
another
white
pillow
ones.
I got.
Oh, this is kind of the look of the guy that I got you,
Yeah,
but he
the one you got me.
I got you the
way back
legit
there.
one.
But he's kind of.
Oh, it's so festive, Archie. I love it. This is what we're doing while my hair.
Look
It's
at the
beautiful.
base. Look at the base of the tree that I just.
It looks like a cable knit sweater. Archie's attacking me.
Right. Oh,
That's beautiful, Kim.
I got it at Michael's.
So pretty. I love that. Every self-care day needs a little Starbucks. I made it to my nail salon, so I am heading in. I gotta think in terms of Christmas now, so like 47C. And there was a 54P I liked too. That's pretty too, a little bit darker, like a burgundy. Right, we're making progress. Did you see the snow outside, Lumpy? Come on, let's go look at the snow. A little winter wonderland out there, so beautiful. All right, let's get cozy and chat. We're just waiting for Mommy to get home, weren't you? You're a silly boy. I love you, cutie boy. Okay, I'm not sure how this is going to work over here, how my lighting is going to be. I just had ramen soup. I need to put on my lip gloss. I found this ramen on Thrive. It has 28 grams of protein and 350 calories, so I wasn't cooking today. Yesterday when I was filming, it was like 8:40 in the morning. I never filmed that early. Today, I'm filming at 7:33 in the evening, but the house is quiet and I just wanted to be cozy for this video. Okay, I am sitting in front of such a random assortment of things, and Lumpy is going to be a challenge during this video because there's lots of scents in front of me because we are talking about pampering and self-care. I literally just went into my bathroom and grabbed things that make me feel good. When I started today's video, I was talking about how I got Botox twice. I think it was like 4 years ago. I really don't mind wrinkles, honestly. I was always more concerned about my weight than wrinkles. Wrinkles, I don't know, they just seem pretty natural to me, but my hooded eyes really bother me. The way they explained it with the Botox was that if I did the Botox here, that it would like lift up here and it would help with the heaviness of my eyes. But instead, it pushed down on my eyes and it made my eyes look even worse, and I was horrified. And I just said to myself, I don't think I can do this anytime soon again. So it's been 4 years, I haven't gone back. I have a lot of friends who do Botox, they love it. I'm just kind of a fraidy pants, and I'm a little bit cheap too when it comes to Botox and the cost. It cost me over $400, and I still have a credit because they credited me from the procedure because it didn't go well. So they were phenomenal at the place that I was at. They were very kind, but I'm afraid to go back. So since that time, I've kind of been on the hunt for things that are not invasive, but that make a difference in my skincare. So I'm gonna first talk about the face stuff, and then I have some other little pampery things that I wanna talk to you about that provide me with a lot of comfort, which I think is really important. One of the first things I wanna talk about, and I literally don't even know if this company is in existence anymore. The company is called Kenzzi. They actually sponsored me a couple of years ago, and I have been using this ever since. I don't receive anything. If I can find an affiliate link, I will leave it below. I'll leave as many links as I can. But this is just like a little laser treatment that I go around and I click this little button and it, lasers all the little chin hairs that I have. It works really, really nice. I think that these types of treatments work better on people with dark hair than with blonde hair. So I think I am a good candidate, but no matter what I do, and I've had official laser treatment before, but it was years ago, but I always get hair here on my chinny chin chin and on my neck, and not so much on my upper lip anymore, but still a little bit, but it's mostly on my chin. When you feel it and you're like, oh my gosh, I want to pluck that. This is something that I use, I don't know, maybe once a week. It's definitely more effective when you use it more often. Also, if you use it all over your face, it is supposed to reduce fine lines and reduce like dark spots and things like that. When I'm in the zone, I use this and it's very effective. There's like a little dial on the back. You can go low to high. I always blast it on high. If you hold it down the whole time, it just beeps like every 5 seconds. I usually close my eyes when the beep comes because I just don't want the light affecting my eyes. But this has been something very effective for hair removal long term for me. I really love it. Since today I'm talking about all sorts of little ways that I take care of myself, it's the perfect time to talk about something that has helped me feel supported lately. Thank you to Midi Health, who is today's sponsor. As women, once we hit our mid to late 40s and early 50s, so many things start changing. Brain fog kicks in, the weight fluctuation seems to take center stage, sleeping can become an issue, definitely is with me, the thinning hair, so many fun things in our 50s. It's sometimes hard to figure out what is hormonal and what is just age and what is just life. And I've talked to a lot of women who struggle to feel heard when it comes to some of these issues we're experiencing. That's why I'm grateful to be partnering with Midi Health today. Midi is a virtual care clinic on a mission to bring compassionate, high-quality medical care to women at all stages of life. It's covered by insurance in all 50 states. With Midi, you can book a virtual no-rush appointment right from home. You meet with a Midi physician, talk through your symptoms, and if you need testing, they'll help organize it locally. You'll get ongoing virtual follow-ups so your care plan can evolve with you, instead of those quick, rushed visits you may have experienced in the past. Midi treats a huge range of concerns from perimenopause to menopause symptoms to weight and metabolism support to their new longevity care, which is perfect if you're trying to stay proactive with your long-term health. And something I've personally been loving are their daily fiber gummies. They help support optimal metabolism, stabilize energy, weight management, and overall microbiome health, which I did have to look up. That really just means keeping the good bacteria in your gut happy, because they play a huge role in digestion and energy and even how steady your metabolism feels, which if you're like me in the season of life that I am in your hormones are shifting, makes such a difference. They've become a really simple, sustainable part of my everyday life, and they taste kind of good. They're a little bit of a treat during the day. If you're looking for personalized, compassionate care that meets you where you are, you can click my link below and book your first visit with Midi. You'll get all the virtual follow-up appointments that you need to help dial your treatment and help take preventative steps. If you're looking for personalized, compassionate care covered by insurance, then click the link below and book your first appointment with Midi. Follow my link to book your first Midi Health visit and experience personalized, compassionate care for women from your home. The thing that I use on a daily basis in between my Kenzzi is my flawless little hair removal thing. This thing is amazing. This was like as seen on TV. This is the second one that I've bought. Lumpy is making such a mess of my pile of things. If you could see him. Are you quite comfortable stepping on all of my stuff? Can you please get on your blanket, Lumpy? You're really not in a good place. You can get it for like 20 bucks at Walgreens, and I do this like all the time. So I will often do this, and it has a little light that you can see, but I will often do this before I laser, because you want the hair to be as short as possible on your face. Otherwise, it can hurt a little bit, not really, but I will do this all the time. Sorry, that was loud. I will use my Flawless pretty much every day. You want to make sure your skin is dry. Sometimes I get out of the shower and if your skin is wet or you have moisturizer on, that's like a no-no. I usually wait until my skin is pretty dry but also clean. I probably shouldn't do it right now because I still have makeup on. And then this little thing on the top just twists off and it collects all the gross little fuzzies from your hair. I swear there's more lint in there than hair from my face. I don't know what it's getting. I love this. And you can clean it out. It's battery operated. I keep the older one in Boston. And I have this one. I'm probably due to get another one, but I mean, I've had these for years and I think they were on one of my favorite things list a couple years ago. This coming Friday, we have Jay's holiday party. So I'm gonna try to be sure to use my Kenzzi a couple days and it's usually like just 5 minutes. But if I use it like 2 or 3 days in a week, I find that my skin just feels so wonderful and smooth. I've talked about these before on my channel too. These are really amazing things. They have been around for a very long time, but these are called Frownies, and I have to say, I don't know if you can see, but I have been using them pretty consistently between my eyes, and I feel like my 11s have just really calmed down. And what they do is they basically like freeze your muscle temporarily. It smells a little bit like glue. You're almost creating a cast on your face. So you take these little pieces and you can like cut them out however you want. And they're like sticky on the back. It almost feels like a stamp on the back. They sell like rose water spray that you like spray the rose water and then you basically move your forehead in the position you want it to stay in. So like what I wanted to happen when I did the Botox was to lift up here. So you will lift it and then you get this wet. You really shouldn't lick it. But then you stick it like where you want it. And then you press in and it just like, it stays on your head. And then you do as many as you want. And you basically create a cast. Don't do this at home. And then you pull it up again. And like I could put this one here. I screwed up because I usually overlap. I just keep pulling and putting it on and pulling back and putting it on. And you can also do it like around your lip area and it really works and you sleep with it. So, and then in the morning, like when you peel it off, it's like a crazy exfoliate. Sometimes I feel like it's a little harsh when it dries, like you are peeling this off. I think they recommend you get it wet and then you peel it off, but it just feels so gratifying when you peel it and it just gets all the dead skin. It's retraining your muscles and it works unbelievably well. I think one of these is like $25. When we had the thrifted gift party for my girlfriend Tabitha, at the end of the night we all did Frownies and everybody went home with their Frownies on, and you can sleep with them. You can put them on in the morning if you don't want to sleep with them. If you're like cleaning the house or you're just sitting maybe doing some work on your computer, you could do it in the morning and just let them sit there. You have to do it consistently. I mean, I will say that that's the difference between getting Botox or something that's invasive like fillers or things like that. Those are instant pretty much. This sort of stuff you have to work at. You know, if I know I have something special coming up and I want my skin to be glowing, that's when I will like really lean into some of these products, or of course just get a facial with an esthetician that you trust. Facials are so wonderful for self-care, so I highly recommend those too. Angie turned me on to the whole lymphatic drainage idea. My hairdresser who you saw today, who's one of my best friends, Kim, her daughter is an esthetician. She does my facials. She does a lymphatic drainage. I don't know how to describe it, but like when you're moving the lymph nodes and you can feel the drainage, it's almost like you kind of feel like a fluid in your throat, and it almost makes you want to like swallow, but it gets rid of like the puffiness in your skin. I haven't done a ton of research on lymphatic drainage, but I did get this little brush and it was like $8, and I want to order another one just for symmetry purposes, but it's so silky smooth. You can see it. It's like a little kitten kiss. You just kind of bring it to areas where your lymph nodes are and you kind of push, you get the stuff to drain down. And this is why I want to do two, because I feel like I always favor one side over the next. I'm always trying to work on my jowls here, so I lift this up and I go like this, and it just feels good. Angelina does, she does massages, and she does like gua sha, and Angie ices her face. She has like this ice stick that she does before she goes to bed. She has all these rituals. This is all I have for right now. Lymphatic drainage is real and it is effective. There is a woman I follow on TikTok. Her whole account is showing you how to do massages on your face for lymphatic drainage. Really good to stay hydrated when you're doing these treatments, because stuff kind of goes through you. I'm not an expert on any of this stuff, so definitely do your own homework if you have questions about it. When I'm using it with all of these other things, it really works quite well, and it's really inexpensive. So I'm definitely going to get another one. It comes in like a little case. That way I can just kind of do things at the same time. There are a lot of people who push this on TikTok, and it seems a little extreme. They'll cover one side of their face and they'll rub, and they'll do all this thing, and then they'll remove their hand, and you see this huge difference. Maybe that's true. I haven't seen anything that extreme, but I know it's working when I feel the stuff go down in the back of my throat. So like I said, drink some hot tea or water with lemon when you're doing this, or just water. Just stay hydrated. The one last thing that I didn't bring downstairs with me that I'm not currently using, but I have used with a lot of success in the past, is the Fascia Blaster. Have you ever heard of that? I was really into my Fascia Blaster about 3 years ago, and the woman who created it, Ashley something, she's come out with a book, and she just came out with one that's like $1,000, and it's automatic, and she's really come far with the devices. And I was in the early stages of it, but I got the big one that you can do on your belly, on your leg. It's supposed to like break down the cellulite, just make your skin smoother, and again, like it's good for blood flow. They have one for your face, and I used to use it in the shower, and I would do it along my jawline, and it would really make a difference, and I really felt like it was pushing my skin back this way. And you can even do it above your eyes. You have to be careful with pressure and stuff like that. I have a varicose vein on my leg, and I would definitely avoid that when I was blasting my legs with the larger devices, but the face one was awesome. The thing that happened was it kept falling in the shower, and it was made out of like a hard plastic, so my little nubbies broke off, and I never replaced it. And now her technology has come a little further. I would love to try it out again. I just haven't pulled the trigger on that. But all of these things that I just mentioned are really nice for extra care and treatment on my face. I'm not gonna say your face, I'm gonna say my face, because it really works for me. Do your homework, see what might work for you. Let me know in the comments if you have any devices. I've seen everywhere online the red light therapy masks, which brings me to one thing that I'm sharing that I actually have not tried yet. I purchased it, but I haven't used it yet. It has phenomenal reviews online. Revo Genie Face and Neck. It's tightening, brightening, and soothing. 2-year warranty, dermatologist tested. And then I also bought this like collagen lotion. It has powerful LEDs, soothing heat, and gua sha vibrations. And I think it like follows the jawline. I haven't tried this yet, so let me know what you think. On Amazon, it's $115. It has red light, blue light, and green light therapy for wrinkles, hyperpigmentation, acne, and more. And this has 4.7 stars with 450 ratings on Amazon. I looked at a bunch of these, and this is the one I got. The jelly took a little time to come in, and then I had the jelly here and the Revo in Boston, and now I finally have them both here at home. So I'm gonna finally start the treatment because the two products are together. So that's it for like devices for skin tightening and anti-wrinkle and all that sort of stuff. I have to admit, I do not wash my face before bed. Sound the alarms. But I am addicted to my micellar water, and I take my makeup off every night with my micellar water. Occasionally I'll wash my face because a lot of times I like to take a bath before bed. I will definitely wash my face, but I typically take off all my makeup with the little cotton pads. 2 of them front and back are usually just to take off all my eye makeup, and then I use fresh ones to do like my neck and face. This is an Olay Retinol 24-hour serum. I like serums, but then I always keep like a night cream by my bed. I'm currently using the Meaningful Beauty night cream. They just sponsored me. This serum is like the hero item. This goes on every day. I mean, I've only had this for a little over a month. I've probably had this for 2 months, I guess, and I've already used that much. So I use this all the time. There's also a serum by Aveda. This is the first year in about 6 years that I didn't buy it because I just have a lot of serums at home. They also included a serum for your neck that was like partnered with this. And then I have this retinol serum. So I keep the serums around. I think what's important is that you just put something on your face. I don't like to go to bed with dry skin. I put moisturizer on under my foundation every single day. I wear foundation pretty much every day. And it's not even for the makeup look. It's just more that I just feel like it protects my skin. So serum, moisturizer, light foundation on top every day. And before bed, serum, and then some sort of moisturizer. I don't have it down here, but the moisturizer that I use the most is the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Cream. It's a really intense moisturizer, and my kids turned me on to this. My son Anthony told me about it several years ago, and I think one Black Friday it was on sale, so I ordered one for myself, and I've been hooked on it. And it comes in a big tub, so I have one of those in Boston. I have one here. That's kind of like my go-to. There's also a moisturizer that I consistently use, and it was only because it was on auto ship. I have Thrive, so it would just keep getting sent to me, and I really like it, but it's Acure Brightening Cream, and it's like $16. I've never been married to one brand, but I've always been really consistent about applying moisturizer and just making sure I always have it. I will be working with this brand later this month, but I wanted to mention it in this video because it is like a little miracle treatment. This actually should have been in the beginning. The brand is called City Beauty, and on 2 occasions they have gifted me items with no strings attached. In fact, they never followed up with me, and I was like, are they gonna call me? I wanna work with them. They sent me a variety of stuff, if I'm being totally honest. Everything is good, but the 2 things that I love is the lip plumper, and this is the night oil. Oh my gosh, this night oil. I just ordered another bottle, and then I got word that they wanted to work with me, so I was really excited. I put this on before bed, and I put it like way up. During the day, I'll just like put it on my lips, but at night, and it smells so good. There's all sorts of goodness in here. At night, I put it like just below my nose. I look like a little kid, you know, when they get chapped lips all the way around, because it works miracles. Like, I wake up in the morning and everything in my lip area is full. That's probably the other area that I'm the most self-conscious about besides my hooded eyes, is like all the wrinkles I get around my lip. Like, I've been smoking unfiltered Camels for 30 years. My lips get so dry and wrinkled, and I'm not a smoker. This is unbelievable. There's also like a night mask. So there's like 3 parts to this. There's the plumping stuff that works so great, and it's a more natural approach. That's in the car. I have those tubes everywhere. So the City Lip lip gloss, it hydrates, it smooths, it has hyaluronic acid. I have used a lot of lip plumpers that are just plain awful. They like burn my lips. When it wears off, my lips just feel really dry. It's a little painful. I find that my lips like crack afterwards. I've had some really bad experiences using lip plumper, but the City Lips is honestly my favorite. And I'm surprised because they're only 3.6 stars on Amazon, but I literally give them a 5.0 because I love City Lips. This is the nighttime oil. This is newer to my regimen because this came with the second wave that they gifted me. I think it's the founder of City Lips. She'll like exfoliate around her lips, and then she'll do the oil or the night mask, and then the plumping. Her lips just look so young and fresh and plump and smooth. It's unbelievable. So this is another thing. If I know I have something that I want to look my best at, I will do one of these treatments like the night before, and it just kind of like preps my lips, and everything just feels fuller and smoother, and I love it. I used to have really full lips as a kid, so it's something that, and a young adult, but something that in my 40s and 50s kind of started to go away that I miss. So this product has been amazing. I love it. Oh, one thing I wanted to say that I don't like, and this was kind of like in defense of using the Micellar Water, are the makeup removers. I bought these from Neutrogena, and they're great for on the go, but I feel like there must be alcohol in here because I just feel like it's harsh. I feel like it doesn't remove my eye makeup as nicely and as gently as Micellar Water, and I just feel like it's harsher and more drying on my skin. The Micellar Water, I think, is pretty hydrating, and they have different formulas if you have sensitive skin, if you're getting off waterproof mascara or whatever. I usually get this one from Garnier, or there's a pink one. This one says all-in-one replump, so maybe that's why this one feels kind of hydrating. I'll use all the plump that I can get. I also use under eye cream every day. I also have a night mask for lips that Angie turned me on to. I think I featured it in one of my videos. I keep that bedside, and sometimes I will just use that in the off days, because I kind of treat my lip oil from City Beauty like gold. I kind of save it. So on the off days, I use like this little strawberry lip mask, and I always go over my lip, and I just feel like that just fills in some of the lines and just hydrates beyond just my lip. And I just feel like when I do that at night, it just makes everything fuller the next day. Moving on to just some supplements that help me feel good, that I feel like are for self-care. The only supplements that I really do religiously at night are my magnesium supplements. I was on this for a super long time. Again, I would just buy whatever magnesium. I wasn't really paying attention, but I would get this Nature Made. Sometimes at CVS, it's like buy one, get one half off, or buy one, get one free, or I'll order it on Amazon. Magnesium tends to help me sleep. It helps me go to the bathroom. It kind of calms me. It helps with joint pain. If you're feeling any of that, it's just a really nice supplement to take at night. More recently, I was turned on to these bio optimizers. The Magnesium Breakthrough contains 7 forms of magnesium. This is definitely more expensive. However, I feel like it's more effective. I think because it has 7 types of magnesium, it just kind of covers all the bases. Again, I'm not very technical with this. I found out about the Bio Optimizer through a woman who I watch for weight loss stuff, and I've really enjoyed them, but they are definitely a little bit pricey. Of all this stuff that I'm sharing with you, everything works great, but I still really struggle with sleep. I'm making progress in so many areas of my life, but I really still do struggle with sleep, and I do take a sleep aid. I told my doctor about, and she said they're fine. And if I don't take one, I have trouble sleeping through the night. It's just over-the-counter stuff, and it's low dose, and my doctor approved it. So I would never recommend a sleep aid to anybody unless you talk to your doctor. But I often try to not take them, and then the magnesium actually really helps me sleep. I've never really had a lot of success with melatonin. It's just never really worked for me. Another thing that really helps me though with sleep is a nighttime ritual. So I'm going to share that with you for self-care, because I think it's really important to set the stage for a good night's sleep, to not just expect a good night's sleep. And my biggest downfall, admittedly, is I'm on my computer late. I edit late into the evening. I am frequently on my phone. It's definitely for me the screen time that I think keeps me awake. I've been really making an effort to listen to Audible books before bedtime, because it doesn't require my eyes, and I can close my eyes and just listen. I have a really hard time settling down at night. I'm quite stimulated. I do a lot of work in the evening. Some of the rituals that I do really help me. Taking baths is one of my absolute favorite things in the world. I literally take like 6 baths a week, for real. Sometimes I'll take 2 baths a day, and people are always really surprised by that. It's so nice. Like, it's so relaxing to me. And I don't sit in a bathtub like all day. I do get kind of bored, but I'll take my phone in there, or I'll take a book in there. It doesn't take much for me to just feel good. I tend to be cold a lot, and I love the warmth of a hot bath. And my son Anthony got us like a towel warmer last year for Christmas. And now that it's getting cold, I put my towel in the warmer. You can set it to 15 minutes or 30 minutes. So I wrap myself in the warm towel after a bath, and it's just so nice. So in my bath at night, I like this Dr. Teal's Sleep Magnesium Salt Crystals. Again, like, I've had variations of different lavender, eucalyptus, like different things for sleep. And I toss them in my bath, and ooh, they're strong. And then it just is kind of relaxing before bed. This is an infused tranquil lavender and infused essential oil with lavender, and it's $3.65. I think that's Whole Foods. I think I got this for a gift, and I will just go like this. Oh, I love the smell of lavender. I feel like this doesn't smell as natural as this, but it's just relaxing. I also have like a little lavender spray, which I don't really use all that often, but these 2 things I use a lot. The lavender spray is when I'm feeling really shishy and I just want to like really set the stage. But the nighttime ritual that is like a non-negotiable for me is mint tea. And I just ordered this on Black Friday. It's 100 pack of pure peppermint tea, 100 tea bags. I ordered 2 of these, one for here, one for Boston. I don't need any other tea. I drink a ton of coffee during the day, probably another reason why I'm up late at night. But once I hit like 2 o'clock, I really try not to drink any caffeine after 2 o'clock, but I like a hot beverage. So I have all these black teas that have just sat in my cabinet because I'm a coffee drinker during the day, and in the evening, I need a decaf tea. I do like sleepy time tea, but I just love the taste of mint tea. It's just so soothing. I have landed on the Twinings peppermint tea, and the reason why I like this so much is because I take them with me wherever I go. When we travel, I always have tea in my bag. I mentioned this in my fall favorites video, but I didn't have this giant box. This was $10 for 100 tea bags. Where do you get anything that cheap? It's probably like $12.99 now that Black Friday's over, but they're individually wrapped. I did order like an Amazon version for Boston when we first moved in, and I've gone through it. Probably more eco-friendly, but they weren't individually wrapped. But I find that when I go places, I always want mint tea with me. If we're in a hotel, you know, there's hot water, I want mint tea. I don't want English breakfast tea. I don't want Earl Grey. I want mint. So this is like one of my favorite rituals. It's inexpensive. There's no calories in it, and it's just so soothing. However, if I do want to add a few calories, this is such a silly thing that I love, but I have these natural cane sugar cubes. I want to say these were like $6. And they're just so adorable. I put one sugar cube in my tea, or I'll put honey, but honestly, I kind of like my little sugar cube. I take one little sugar cube, put it in, have my mint tea. It's just a winning combination for me for very simple, inexpensive self-care. I also like lemon tea. Lemon is really good, but sometimes I think lemon zinger has caffeine. You got to be careful with lemon tea, and green tea has caffeine. I like green tea too, but it's caffeinated. So like matcha or anything like that, I can't do it in the evenings. You know, I can't do any video without talking about journaling for self-care. I will shout this from the rooftops because becoming a daily journaler has changed my life. In fact, I have a whole channel now dedicated to my experience with fountain pens and journaling and planning. And I feel like lately it's been more and more about journaling. This is a notebook cover that I got when I was in Paris from a company called Louise Carmen, but in here is a little insert, and I journal every single morning. Call it my morning pages, you can call it your diary, call it whatever you want. I used to journal in like thicker notebooks, but now I've just gotten these tiny little inserts and I journal. I do a page every day with a different color fountain pen, and it's my free therapy. This isn't all I write, but this is like, again, like a non-negotiable. This is what I would consider like the self-care. This is kind of my morning reset. I get all of my thoughts down. Sometimes I don't even write complete sentences, and I just feel so much better after I write. Plus, I find it very relaxing to write with a fountain pen. So I brought a few little fountain pens to share with you. This is from a company called Pilot. I'm sure you're all familiar with Pilot. This is their Kakuno. This is a special edition. These pens were like made for kids. They have like a little smiley face on the nib. This particular one has a panda on the nib. I had to order this from Japan, but I'm sure this style will come to the States. These are like $10, the Pilot Kakunos. They come with an ink cartridge. If you want to try a fountain pen, the Pilot Kakuno is a really inexpensive way to start, but they're kind of youthful looking. This is white with a black body. This one is black with a white body. This is like their little panda edition. They also have like transparent ones, clear ones. This is a fountain pen from the company Lavender. I was trying to pull a pen that like people would be familiar with the brand. This is more like a $70 pen, but I think Lavender has like maybe, I think they're having 30% off too. Oh my gosh, I have so many links for pens if you are interested in pens, but I talk so much about them on my other channel. I'm not going to talk about them here so much. But this is a pen that I did want to talk about. This is from a store called Top Drawer, which is in Boston, and it's kind of like it's a stationary, homey, like lifestyle store. It's not just a pen store. And they're just this little pocket pen. It's called KOLO. These are like $150. This company had gifted me their brass one, and I loved it so much that I've bought a couple since with like store credit that I have through some of my pen affiliate links. But this is a great like utilitarian pen. You can throw it in your bag and go if you just don't want to be like too precious with your pens. They make it in all sorts of beautiful colors. I find that the ink that I'm using and the fountain pen that I'm using and the experience of writing is just really relaxing for me. It's kind of stressful for some people. Some people don't like their handwriting. They don't want to write things down. They put it in their phone. It is really a personal decision, but for me, it's a real kind of a form of meditation for me. Like I just love it. Like I find when I get stressed now, I'm reaching for a pen and paper instead of my phone, which I think is a really good behavior like that I've changed in my life, that I'm no longer like reaching for my phone. Sometimes I'm just like, oh, I want to jot this down. And sometimes I just like write the name of the pen or write the ink that's in there. Like I'm writing nonsense sometimes. It's just the act of writing that I love. Whether you're journaling to vent, or if you keep a gratitude journal, or if you just want to write a to-do list, your grocery list, kind of reflections on the day, if you're memory keeping, there's so many ways that you can journal. If you find something that works for you, go for it. If you find a pen you like, maybe you like a big pen, maybe you like writing with a crayon, it doesn't matter. Like the whole idea is that you're just kind of getting your thoughts out if that's something that works for you. But it's super therapeutic for me. So when we're talking about self-care, that's definitely something that I tune into. The last thing that I want to talk about is hair care. It's going to be really quick because I just have a few things that I do. I have Hashimoto's, which is a thyroid condition, so I have an underactive thyroid. Oh, hi, handsome. I've been on levothyroxine or Synthroid medicine since I was like 18 or 19 years old. One of the side effects of Hashimoto's is like you get some hair loss with it, and I've had that for a long time, but then you add aging to the mix, and then another side effect of like Zepbound and Wegovy and some of the other weight loss medications is you can have some hair loss, which I have experienced. I've been watching it very carefully, and I'll talk more about that in a future video. But one thing that I've done for my hair recently, besides take supplements, is I stopped blow drying my hair just recently. It was blow dried today because I went to a hairstylist and she did a great job. But typically, I have been not blow drying my hair, and I've noticed a huge difference. And my hair gets really frizzy. Like my daughter and I have friends who have curly hair, and when they let their hair dry naturally, they have these gorgeous curls. When I let my hair dry naturally, I look like the Wicked Witch of the West because it goes into a frizzy triangle. And so when you see me, I mean, my hair is always curled, or it's a couple days old and it's flat, but I mean, I use a curling iron religiously. That's a lot of heat on my hair, so I would get a lot of breakage between the curling iron and kind of just aging brittle hair and the hair dryer. So I stopped using the hair dryer. I use this Argan Oil almost every day. You just need a tiny bit of it. This will last me several months, and I get it at CVS or Walgreens. But I use Argan Oil in my hair just to soften out the ends. I kind of stay away from the roots because if you get too much in your roots, if your hair leans oily, that might not be good. I tend to have really dry hair. And then last year, my hairdresser bought me this Wow stuff, and wow, it's actually really amazing. And this is something that I put on before I style my hair. So even though I'm letting it dry naturally, I will like spray this Wow stuff, and then I'll brush through my hair, let it dry naturally, and then come downstairs, have my coffee, and then I go back up later when it's dry, and then I'll put the curls in. And it's just so nice lately. But something that I just picked up as an alternative to my Mason Purse brush, which is ridiculously expensive, and I'm going to bring this to Boston. So I haven't tried this yet, but it had really good reviews. First cut, 100% boar bristle and nylon. You like that, Lumpy? I just got this for Black Friday, so I'm excited to try this. But let me know if you have like the boar bristle brushes. I'm going to try it right now, even though I just styled my hair today, so I didn't want to brush it out, but yeah, you can feel that like massage on your scalp. It's really nice. I love the feel of these boar bristles, but this can be like too much on certain people's scalps if you have a really sensitive scalp. I love the feel of it. So I was excited to get an alternative to the super expensive brush. This is by Sash, and it's made in Germany. This was like 50 bucks. It wasn't inexpensive, but it was inexpensive compared to the other brush. So I have a very simple hair care. I don't use any sort of like special shampoo. My hairdresser usually gets me shampoo for Christmas, and it usually lasts quite a few months because I only wash my hair like 3 times a week maybe. Those are all my favorite self-care items. Some non-invasive skincare products that I use to slow down the aging process at age 52. I need all the help that I can get. And then some of the skincare and supplements that I like and just make me feel better on a day-to-day basis. Simple things like baths and tea go a really long way. Listening to an Audible book, shutting your computer down, doing a little journaling or painting or whatever relaxes you. Just be sure to take care of yourself. This time of year can get super busy. Let me know in the comments what your favorite self-care pampering is. Also, snuggling with your dog can like really reduce stress, right, Lumpy? I recommend that. That's probably at the top of my list if you really want to know. Right, handsome? I don't know what I'd do without this guy. Thank you to Midi for sponsoring today's video. Be sure to click the link in my description if you want to give them a try. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more from me. That is all for today. This was a long video. Thank you so much for being here. I love you guys. Happy holidays. Bye.